Measures to control environmental degradation. First is public participation. So the first step to control environment degradation is to encourage public participation to protect the environment. Increasing the awareness among the people for a safer environment will reduce this degradation. Control population. The high growth rate of population adversely affects the environment. So there is a need to control the population. So first is awareness among the people. Second is controlling the population. Third, to control all three sources of pollution deserves top priority. Vehicular, industrial, agricultural. So vehicular pollution may be controlled by adopting a few steps. There is expansion of public transport, traffic planning and management, taxes on fuels and vehicles, further tightening of emission norms and fuel quality, promotion of use of CNG, LPG and battery operated vehicles, strengthening of an inspection and maintenance system. Industrial pollution can be controlled through measures like promotion of cleaner technology, strengthening of the emission standards beyond which emissions can't be done, and giving incentives to the industries so that they control the pollution. Agricultural pollution can be controlled by minimizing the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Pollution monitoring and control. The Central Pollution Control Board has been entrusted with the task of tackling pollution problems in the country. They investigate, collect, and disseminate information relating to water, just as we have discussed earlier, and land and pollution, and lay down standards for emissions. It is required to develop trained manpower to deal with the pollution problem. So CPCB has been given the task to tackle the pollution problems in the country, to check the to investigate, to collect samples and to spread the information among all relating to air, water and land pollution. Prevent land degradation. A well-defined integrated land use policy should be developed. Rural fuelwood and grazing and fodder policies are to be developed to guide management. So, integrated land use policy should be developed. Fuelwood and grazing. Okay, rural fuelwood and grazing and fodder policies are to be developed so that there is less amount of grazing, less deforestation. Okay. Protect biodiversity. Most of the legal provisions are focused on use and exploitation of biological resources. So greater emphasis needs to be given to the conservation pertaining to biodiversity. Next is management of hazardous waste. It includes all the aspects of waste management, starting from generation, handling, segregating it, transporting it, treating it, and disposing it. So the strategy of the waste management should, in addition to this, the strategy should target waste minimization, or means reducing the amount of waste that is being generated. Okay, so that it is within the absorbing capacity. It should be the primary focus. Then the next thing should come, that is waste management, that is generation, handling, segregation, transportation and treatment and disposal. The government proposes to rely on both formal and non-formal educational channels. In formal education system, NCERT for schools and UGC for universities. In non-formal, National Museum of Natural History would play an important role. So through books, okay, and through various kinds of other ways in the educational system also, it is being taught. Children are being aware to create less pollution, to keep our environments clean. See, 10 are there. Only I don't know what in your book is there, but if there are 10 points, 5 is enough. Poverty and a degraded environment are closely interrelated, especially where people depend on the natural resources based on their livelihood. So poverty and a degraded environment are closely related. Survival needs of the poor force them to degrade the environment. Okay, so therefore removal of poverty is very, very important. Why? Because they cut the trees for collecting firewood. Okay, they are putting a pressure on the resource base, they are polluting the water. Okay, Then extensive use of fishing. So poverty eradication is the first thing. Lastly, eco-development programs. Eco-development programs aim at restoring the degraded ecosystem through schemes like land reclamation, afforestation, cleaning of water bodies, etc. So these programs also attempt to arrest further damage to the ecosystem. So eco-development program should be encouraged so that the degraded ecosystem can be revived, can be improved. Okay, like land reclamation, that is bringing more lands under forest, afforestation, cleaning of water bodies, cleaning of our surroundings. Okay, these things should be taken up, okay, to prevent further damage to ecosystem and promote a conservation based strategy. Okay, so this chapter also completed. Thank you, children.